Hinokizu, the man marked by flame, or the man with the burn scar, is one of Oda's newest mysteries to be introduced into the story. An individual so important that he supposedly has the final poneglyph, or at least knows where it is. This would make him one of the final obstacles the Yonko all need to overcome on their way to the One Piece. Therefore Shanks, Luffy, Buggy, and Blackbeard would all need to encounter him to figure out how to finish this final leg of their journeys. In this 5-minute theory, I'm going to present you with several facts to make an inferenced guess as to who is most likely to be Hinokizu. Facts from the manga only, no fluff. If you're here from the anime, I want to warn you there will be some significant manga spoilers regarding new info we've gotten. Proceed at your own risk.
A victor should speak of how the world should be, rather than how the world currently operates!
Even 1,000 plus chapters in, Oda gives us plenty to theorize about and rack our minds over. When Kid first mentioned this mysterious figure at the end of Wano, the One Piece fandom scrambled to figure out who it could possibly be. From Shanks to Dragon and everyone in between. Odds are good you've seen several other Hinokizu theories, throwing out names such as Scopper Gaban, Mass Deuce, and weirdly enough, Ace. I'm not even going to entertain any of those, though I do think Dax Sake has a great theory to support Mass Deuce being Hinokizu that I will link below. Now, for my theory, let's go ahead and get the timer going. The last time we saw this final road poneglyph was in Fishman Island about 25 years ago, when Roger and Odin deciphered it. After that, we know that Fishman Island was under Whitebeard's protection up until his death at Marineford, but that the poneglyph was not there by the time Big Mom took control of the island post-Marineford. As we know, moving a poneglyph is no simple feat, and nobody would be foolish enough to steal from Whitebeard. The only people that could possibly have stolen it from Whitebeard without being immediately demolished would have been the other Yonko, Kaido, Shanks, or Big Mom, and we know that none of them have it in their possession. Additionally, if it had been stolen, it would likely have been a large, noteworthy event that would have been brought up during the Fishman Island arc. In chapter 1081, when we finally see Kuzan join up with Blackbeard, we get a few other tidbits of info on Hinokizu. Now, for me, Kuzan is up there with Dragon, Shanks, and Emu as one of the most mysterious yet important characters in One Piece. He clearly has some ulterior motives he's trying to carry out. That is for another video. In this chapter, when Blackbeard brings up Hinokizu having a poneglyph, Kuzan jokingly says, "I do?" To which it's noted that it couldn't be him because he only recently received his scar. This emphasizes that Hinokizu has been established for longer than just the last 2 years. Lafitte tells us that Hinokizu supposedly sails in a pitch-black ship and is protected by whirlpools. And then Shiryu throws in his mention that he believes it may be somebody associated with the government, but doesn't quite offer any reasoning other than they may be trying to keep pirates from reaching the One Piece. Now, I believe right now, Dragon seems to be a favorite for whom people believe to be our mysterious Hinokizu. However, I think Dragon is simply a red herring. Dragon's ship, the Wind Grandma, while not all black, does feature a prominent black dragon. Additionally, Dragon has long been theorized to have wind/weather related powers. Surely he could manage a few whirlpools. That's where the connections end, however. Dragon should have little to no interest or likely even knowledge of the poneglyphs, let alone the road poneglyphs. With an entire army to worry about, why would Dragon devote time and resources to finding the poneglyphs, or harboring one? It's important to remember that only Nico Robin and Kozuki Sukiyaki can read these poneglyphs, and possibly Pudding. Kid, Law, Shanks, Cross Guild, Blackbeard, and whoever the hell else may be chasing the One Piece right now don't have any way to decipher the poneglyphs, even if they had all 4. Now, after Kid brought up Hinokizu in chapter 1056, the first person I believe most of us jumped to was Shanks. Though even a shallow dive into that leaves that theory pretty dead in the water. Shanks has no burn mark, as far as we're aware, and from what Oda has shown us, he didn't seem to even have a single poneglyph until he took them from Kid. While Shanks may have been a dud, I do think Kid has given us our best lead so far. Elbaf. Why did Kid go to Elbaf? There's nothing to suggest that he was intending to go after Shanks. The last time we saw him, he said he needed to find Hinokizu, and then he shows up at Elbaf. And now, we have the Straw Hats, who also need to find Hinokizu at some point, also on their way to Elbaf. It seems that 2 plus 2 may indeed equal 4. So with all of these things in mind, my theory for who Hinokizu is none other than Jaguar D. Saul. Now that it's been confirmed Saul is alive and on Elbaf, it simply makes sense. So let's quickly run through it. Saul has the Oharan knowledge about poneglyphs, as we learned he and the other giants saved a portion of the Oharan research and took it back to Elbaf. This likely means he or other giants can read the poneglyphs. Oda silhouettes Saul's face when we see him again with Vegapunk, which is strange considering we already know what Saul looks like. This is likely because he's been severely burned from the fires on Ohara. He's wanting to save the reveal of his burn mark. Giants would definitely be strong enough to relocate a poneglyph, even if they were moving it all the way from Fishman Island. Saul was associated with the government prior, though this really holds no significance aside from Shiryu's theory. The Ohara Buster Call happened 22 years ago, plenty of time for Saul to be established as Hinokizu, unlike that which we saw with Kuzan. And now the final part of this theory that would have Whitebeard giving Saul a poneglyph. And this part will be mostly speculation, but it all does seem to make a bit of sense. After doing some studying on the Ohara research, it's entirely possible that Saul learns of the location of the road poneglyphs. In fact, it's even likely that the poneglyph the Oharans were on their way to study when they were intercepted by Saul's marine ship was the Fishman Island poneglyph. It's plausible he presented this knowledge to Whitebeard, and Whitebeard, knowing of the fate of Ohara, wanted to spare Fishman Island the same fate, so he entrusted Saul with the poneglyph to keep it safe. All that's left to see now is if Saul sails around in a black ship and summons whirlpools. Definitely possible he found a devil fruit in these 22 years. And that's all I have for this 5-minute theory. If you liked this video, please be sure to help me out by hitting the like button. And if you want more of these 5-minute theory videos, be sure to subscribe. I also do anime and character analyses that you can find on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and peace and love to you all.